Hey guys, it's Cthulthu here. So it feels like it's been a really long time now since I made my last video. Can't even remember the last time I made a vlog, yet alone a normal video. But here I am at Daemonheim, or within a dungeon at very least. So today is Monday. It's the 19th of March, and earlier today, bonus experience weekend came to an end. So if that isn't a hint as to what this video is about, then you probably need to go to school. So yeah, it's been bonus experience weekend. I took Friday and I took Monday off, so that I could start bonus experience weekend on Friday, and I could get a bit of rest on Monday. I think I said that the wrong way around, but never mind. I'm sure you get what I meant. But yeah, so all weekend I've been doing Dungeoneering. When I say doing Dungeoneering, or I've been doing Dungeoneering, what I really mean is I've been logging in order to log back out again this entire weekend. So if you're not familiar with Dungeoneering and leeching, then this is how it works. You get a keyer, someone who's going to to get all the keys and unlock all the doors, etc. And then he probably has a couple of suiciders, maybe just some random guy who's just going to do the floor normally, and also that's what we call a legit or a randomer. But yeah, so usually you pay the keyer to do your floor for you. He probably uses your money to pay a couple of suiciders to also help with the floor, just get it done as quickly as possible. But yeah, basically almost the entire team is working to do their very best to get you the floor completed as fast as possible. So yeah, that's how leeching works. It can be very expensive. A normal floor, so if it's an occult, it would usually be 3 million. If it's warped, it's 4 million. Some charge more than 4 million for higher warps. Because especially from 57 plus it can be pretty hard. This is the 59 mil, and actually I haven't even paid for this floor, but the guys probably know that I'm going to pay them at the end anyway. But yeah, in fact this guy that I've been going with, 13th Ranger, I've done 3 floors with him now. And this is after bonus experience weekend, by the way, but yeah, I've done 3 floors with him, and he keeps forgetting to ask me to pay. In fact, he hasn't asked me to pay at all. I've paid up front anyway, but he keeps forgetting himself. But that's how leeching works, and so that's basically what I've been doing all weekend. Whether you agree with the method or not is irrelevant. If you want to get the best experience for Dungeoneering and make the most of bonus experience weekend, then there is only one option, and that is to leech the floors. That is basically because how leeching works during bonus experience weekend, unlike now where I'm logged in, obviously you want to save your timer as much as possible. So you pay for the floor, you get into the floor, and you log out straight away. You have to log in every 4 minutes in order to keep in order to get the bonus experience weekend, because any longer than about 5 minutes, and you lose that bonus experience because you're considered inactive for the floor. So yeah, you have to log in every 4 to 5 minutes. Well, before 5 minutes, so every 4 for me is what I was doing. And then that's it, and then you preserve your timer as much as possible. You log back into the game before the floor ends, or if they need you to do any mimes, levers, or portals. And then that's pretty much it. You get your experience, and then if you're with a good team that's going to do a few floors for you in a row, then that's perfect. You just go to the next floor, and then you log back out straight away. And if not, if you're in a bad team and you're going to have to find a new keyer, or the keyer needs to find new members for the team, then unfortunately you'll have to leave the dungeon, and that's just going to waste you a little bit more time. We're still talking seconds, but to be honest, seconds matter in this, during bonus experience weekend it does. And just to give you an idea of what you can expect if you do it properly, I think I completed at least over 10 floors within the first 30 minutes. Obviously, actually to some people that might not sound good, but you have to remember that the countdown timer rounds up in some way. So for example, if you've ever, grown like 5 trees in 5 different spots and have had, 4 of them grow on time, but 1 not on time, that's Jagex in their timer. I don't know how it works exactly. It's not ordinary. I mean, I've had people grow 5 magic trees, and the first one doesn't fully grow, but the other 4 do, and obviously you would expect the timer for the 4 other ones to be later. So who knows how Jagex work their system, but it's confusing, and so yeah, I don't know why I explained that to you, but anyway, so yeah, so getting 10 floors done in 30 minutes is pretty decent, and by the time the weekend was out, I had done roughly about 60 floors altogether. and my timer had only been about 2.5 minutes. I can't remember exactly now. It may have been 30 minutes more or less, probably more. But at the end of the day, accidentally logged out. At the end of the day, the timer, the multiplier was double. Basically, it was 2 times. So that was the multiplier I ended the weekend on. So it seems pretty high. But realistically, I must have spent at least 20 to 30 hours in front of my computer at very least, if not logged into RuneScape. But yeah, definitely in front of my computer. I've been watching Big Bang Theory, the entire series, all over again, because that's a nice thing to do to pass the time. So yeah, I've been busy, very, very busy. And even though, I'm not having to do all the work, it still involves some work. I mean, you still have to log in for MIMEs, portals, and levers, not a big deal. But you still had to log in every 4 minutes, so it's not like I could go AFK for 20 minutes at very least, and then come back and finish the floor, because you always have to be logging in and out every single time. So yeah, it was a bit annoying, but certainly good experience. I don't know how much I've spent, but I spent roughly 400 million in the last 4 days. And also I mentioned the prices earlier, but for the first day it was 6 million for occults and abandons, which I was doing as well, and 7 million for warps. So it was very highly priced for the first day, and then afterwards it went back to normal, because by then most people were off their 2.7 multiplier and lots of other reasons, but yeah, they reduced their prices afterwards. And yeah, so now let's get down to the actual, what I've actually done this weekend. So from all that, I've gone from level 113 and roughly 53 million, roughly 53 million experience. I'm now level 117, as I'm sure you could have guessed when I told you I was on floor 59. So the second to last floor, and in total I've now got 77 million experience, I believe. I think this might just make it go to 78, I'm not entirely sure, but there you go. So, no, it's not going to, not even close. But yeah, 77.4 million experience. This is the last floor of the cycle as well, so this will be the completion of the 3rd cycle. The 3 cycles I was trying to do for this weekend is now over. And yeah, so basically that's 24.3 million experience I know I've gained. In fact, let me show you the counter. This counter isn't accurate. I started it after I'd got to 0.5 million experience. So that's why if you add that on, it'll equal 24.3. But yeah, it's nice to have that counter there anyway, to show that regardless of how much I've got, it was still a lot. So 24.3 million experience within 4 days, within Friday to Monday. It's pretty incredible. I mean, it's actually more incredible if I say 23 million experience within 3 days, because that's what it was more accurately at within 3 days. So this 4th day is just all the floors I've done on this 4th day on Monday haven't been during the bonus experience weekend counter, because I woke up way after midday. So yeah, there you go. So that was my weekend. I've explained it in full. That is dungeoneering. That's leeching. That's what I've been doing all weekend. Whether you like it, whether you hate it, whether you agree with it, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. If you've got the money, and you might as well make the most of it, and this was definitely the way to make the most of it, by leeching, because if you were doing it properly over the weekend, you're not even going to get close to 24 million, are you? So there you go. So how did your weekend go, guys? Let me know in the comments below what you did during bonus experience weekend. I'm sure lots of you got 99s, I'm guessing. You know what? I can't remember seeing one red message pop up on my screen to say that someone got a 99, but then again, I was logged out for most of it, so why would I? But yes, I'm getting really close to completion escape now. Let's see again, 26.7 million to go. I know I have at least 1.3 million in tokens. I actually spent 1.3 million in tokens to get 117, because there was no way I was going to start my 4th cycle without having the next prestige level when I had enough tokens to get the next prestige level. So yeah, I'd only just spent 1.3 million tokens before I entered this dungeon, because I've only just unlocked this dungeon. And if you've noticed my sword, it is Prometheum. I'm hoping to get the Primal 2H from this floor as well. Hopefully we get the right boss for it. But yeah, so 27 million experience. Honestly, don't know how long it's going to take. I'm not going to try and calculate. All I'm going to say is July. I'm hoping by July I will have my completionist cape, and once I do have my completionist cape, I am going to go back to Slayer. So I'm going to be slaying full time once more. So I'm looking forward to it. So I don't know how I'm going to continue dungeoning. I do have enough money to continue leeching all the way to 120, and it is definitely something I will consider, because, you know, you work 8 hours a day, you travel 2 hours a day, you don't have much time for yourself. I'd much rather be doing other things like, well, just like watching programs or something like that. That's why I AFK fish and woodcut most of the time, so I can do something else at the same time. So yeah, I don't know if this will become my equivalent of fishing and woodcutting, but maybe it will. I have the money, and why not spend it? And just FYI, by the time this is all over, I'm not going to be that rich, so I'm going to be starting literally all over again, but with Slayer, and I'm actually looking forward to it. So we'll see how that goes. But that's enough for this video, guys. Hopefully you haven't got bored of all this rambling and of this very dull video footage. But thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, see you around.